All right, so this is gonna be like a raw video, just going into just a few things to help anybody out who is trying to make money online. I just turned 21, and actually a few days ago, and I was able to hit 10K a month in about 8 months, I think it was, which is kind of a long time to be honest. But and for the record, I'm making 9.9K a month, but I'm $100 off, and sounds better for the title. And I have sales calls lined up and everything like that, so we'll for sure be past that in the next week, if not upcoming weeks. So yeah, I mean, this is like a raw video, and if I'm being honest, I didn't really want to make this video, but it's more of like a documenting thing, just to look back on and be like, you know, I was at 10K a month, whatever there. That was just the start, and I want to look back and see how much I improved, and also to help people out who are just getting started, because kind of like sharing how much you make it's kind of a weird thing, but it's not also because it's not really that crazy amount. Another reason I'm making this video is because I see a lot of these like raw type of videos, but it's from people making, you know, 50, 60, 70, 100K a month, and it just doesn't apply to people who are, you know, just trying to make like 10K. We're just trying to make like even 5K a month. So that's another reason I'm making this video, because I feel like the information I'm going to give you is going to be much more applicable to you, because I'm still very in the beginning stages. As I said, I barely scratched the surface, and just getting started, to be honest. I'm still a newbie just like you. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. So the first thing is that you need to find something that you're really good at, or not good at, but you need to find something that you actually enjoy doing. So if you like talking to people, maybe that you can do sales. If you are very analytical, maybe you can do trading. There's many things you can do. If you want to make a lot of money but don't want to talk to anybody, maybe you could do like e-commerce, something in e-commerce, maybe Amazon FBA. Just talk to people, but not as much as like maybe a service-based business where you're getting on sales calls and everything like that. And also with trading, I wouldn't start that, me personally. Now, it's definitely possible people do it, and there are people that are legit out there that do it, but there's just a lot of scams in that industry, and it's going to be hard to find a mentor that's, you know, actually reputable. But it's just very hard. Like, I wouldn't do it. I tried it. It was just no fun to me. I hated the fact of it was just not for me. Like, I'm going to be honest, it just wasn't for me. So, yeah, find something that you actually want to do. And if you don't know what you want to do, then I would just start. You don't want to get shiny object syndrome. You don't want to try out loads of things. But I would honestly just like, if you can't make up your mind, it's better to do something than not at all. And if you're an indecision is a decision. So like if you're like, oh, I'm just not going to do anything, okay, then you're just wasting time. So like what I did was I tried making a clothing brand, because that was when that was really popular. People were doing like these TikToks and it would just blow up. I tried that, didn't work. I tried trading. I got funded multiple times, and still didn't really make it out. I did iPhone reselling. That actually was pretty good. Did make a bit of money with that before I pretty much got robbed with that. It was like kind of sketchy. Another story for another time. I did some other things too. I used to mow yards. That was actually really good. I sold things online, like reselling online, eBay and stuff like that. I did Fiverr. That was actually pretty good. And then I also did like what I'm doing now, but in person, like filming and everything, which is why I kind of landed on this, because I was doing weddings. I did one wedding. Can't say weddings. I was filming for people. I was filming for like a local guy in my area with his content for social media. But all that kind of made me jump on the conclusion of I want to start a service-based business, helping other people out with their social media, with their content, with their organic content, with their YouTube. And that's what I landed on because I enjoy it so much. And I would say you need to find something like that you actually enjoy, because if you don't, it's just going to be like, it's going to be rough. Like, obviously you're not going to enjoy it every day, but like for me, even since I started, yeah, there's been rough days where I've had to sit down for like 10 hours on a computer, but it's not like, it was never like schoolwork. You know what I mean? Like, schoolwork was just so, I hated schoolwork. It was just so hard to do because I just didn't want to do it. But with this, you know, I want to do it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, there's ups and downs. But it's just overall like really fun. Like, I kind of like the creative side to it. I still jump into, you know, some client edits here and there. So yeah, you need to find something you're good at. And then once you do that, you need to immediately get a mentorship. Don't waste time trying to, now I will say this, I invested in a low ticket thing first, where it was like a low amount of money to learn the skill. And with that, I was able to reach like $800 a month. So maybe I would say you got to take it step by step. Like, you can't try jumping around, but I would say go first start with YouTube, then go to like a low ticket thing, get a bit more knowledge, and then jump into a high ticket, somebody that's offering like a high ticket program or a course or mentorship. And I would get it from a referral, because that's what I did. Just so you know, because there are scams out there. You don't want to get scammed, but then again, like, you can't look at everything like a scam. If you burn money, if you lose money, it's just part of the process, and it's probably going to happen to you. So with either a mentorship or something in business, so yeah, you just got to invest in a high ticket program or something, and that's what's really going to take it to the next level. And to be honest with you, it's not necessarily the program that's going to give you all the things that's like, oh yeah, step by step, here you go, hand hold you through the whole process. But what it will give you is that like worry, because I would say don't worry about the price. Like, really don't, because when I started, I had $800 in my bank account, and I got a program that was $4,800. I didn't even know if this business model was even, you could even do it, but I paid the $800. We got on like a payment plan monthly, and pretty much my whole income that I was making through editing was going straight to that program. And believe it or not, I actually found a way to make that money that I needed to pay, because I had that pressure of, you got to pay this, it's coming up, and you'll have that pressure too, and that will really, really push you to kind of make the payment and push yourself further along to do what you need to do to make money with your online business. So you have to invest in something that's just painful, because if you don't, you're just not going to do it. Like, in my opinion, us as humans, we're lazy, we're naturally lazy to kind of say, hey, go learn everything on YouTube. Like, it's definitely possible, but it's going to be much harder. And if you can really learn from somebody that's doing it way ahead of you, and if you can have that pressure of, I can't afford this, I need to make this work, and cut out anything else. That's the first thing. Definitely invest into a mentorship. That if I didn't have mentorship, I wouldn't be where I'm at for sure. Even though I'm, just scratching the surface of what I'm doing, I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at all. So that's the first thing. The second thing is figuring out what you're bad at and why you're not growing, and then getting somebody else to do it. But first, you need to do it yourself. So with me, outreach was just like super boring. So even since I started, like, I did it for like 4 months straight on my own, sending videos to people, outreach to people every single day. But I just wasn't hitting enough volume, because I could do it maybe 2 to 3 days in a row, but then I would have service delivery, and it would just then I would have my own content, then I would just have like all these things that would pop up, and I just couldn't hit those numbers that I needed to do for outreach in order to actually get clients through the door, get sales calls, everything like that. So for me, I did it for a while. I created an SOP for what I do, the exact steps, and then I pretty much doubled down on what was working. And two, like, what I figured out was that you're probably just not doing enough volume, because for me, you got to realize that there's so many factors why somebody will not book a call with you or even care. But the only way to get past that is to do more volume, because you have people who are not going to buy from you because you don't have much social proof. That's the first one. You have people that just are not interested. You have people that are already doing it for themselves, which is kind of the not interested. You have people who are interested but who maybe just stop talking to you when you follow up with them. You have people who are interested, book a call, and then they just don't show up. You have people who you book a call with, you start talking with them, and they say they want to do it, but your sales skills aren't all there. You don't close them on the call, and then they pretty much ghost you. Yeah, those people, those are like 6 different factors that are all going to happen to you, and the only way to get past that and actually get clients is to do more volume. So like I got a virtual assistant, he does all my outreach, and I'm obviously going to scale that, get multiple that do it, but it's just kind of like, it's honestly a high leverage task that is more important than anything else when you first start. But it just gets really, really boring. And although I was hitting it, I understand the importance of it, I wasn't hitting the numbers I needed to in order to hit the volume that I wanted to in order to get people booked and more clients. So you need to, like, And don't jump into this day one. Like, I wouldn't do that. If you're day one starting, you're like, okay, I need to get outreach. Like, you don't even know what outreach works. Because I tried so many different methods of like messages to say and things like that. And now I have a good messaging process that works pretty well. You don't have to have anything crazy. You know, if you have like a few percent response rate, reply rate, whatever, that's good. Like, you don't have to have like 20%. You don't have to have 20%. But just, yeah, figure out what you're bad at and then outsource it once you actually know how to do it yourself. So the third thing is, I guess, like working hard and setting schedules and all this, because in the beginning, getting out of a rut is like so important. Because I was at college, I hated it. I mean, to be honest, I kind of hated it, and I wanted to make this work. And I was like, okay, what can I do to work as hard as possible? And it was more like, I don't really care about health. I care more about being the most efficient possible. And I feel like, yeah, I was still working out, but I was working out maybe 2-3 times a week. And it was just about being the most efficient possible. So I would wake up at like 4:30. I would drink like an energy drink 2 hours into it. And I would work, you know, for like 10, 11, 12 hours a day, and then go to the gym after that, or just, you know, just rest or whatever, sleep. And really for like the first 2 to 3 months, I really didn't talk to that many people. Yeah, I went to church. I went to some groups or whatever here and there, just because it got really depressing at times when you don't, you know, see anybody. But like the first few months is like, honestly, like your drive is crazy. You can get like 2 hours of sleep and still be fine. And yeah, I can do that now, but it's like, why am I going to? Right now, I look at it more as long term, whereas in the beginning, it's like, I just need to get a client. I need to get a case study. I need to just get something going. So I would say that, like, yeah, in the first 2 to 3 months, you just need to like go crazy with it. Don't care. Because I used to think of it as like a 9 to 5 type of standpoint. Like, I'll work in this hour, finish in this hour. But it was more along the lines of, I'm just trying to get the most output possible in a single day. And if working out is gonna, or seeing friends or whatever is gonna make me get less hours, I'm cutting them out. Like, it's not like you're gonna do that forever. You're not gonna be, because that would be unhealthy. And now, you know, I wake up like 7, 8 a.m. You know, I work like, you know, 8, 9 hours, and then I go to the gym, maybe see some friends here and there. And it's much more long term, and it's much more healthy long term. But, you know, that's only because I'm actually, you know, I know what I'm doing much more than I did when I started, and I'm much more confident in everything, and that whole aspect. So in the beginning, that's what I would do, because there's people out there that are like, you got all these people telling you, who are way ahead of you, telling, oh, you shouldn't be working the whole day, you shouldn't be doing this, doing that, that's unhealthy. But like, when you're just getting started, it doesn't matter. Like, you shouldn't care about trying to be efficient. You shouldn't be caring about, oh, I need to work, you know, 8 hours a day because that's optimal. Like, it just wasn't really what I was looking for. I was like, and I say optimal, like, oh, I need to get this amount of social interaction. I need to get this amount of workout time. Like 2 hour workout times are just ridiculous. I used to do that because it was so fun, but now I do like 30 minutes. I don't do 30 minutes. I do like an hour, and sometimes an hour and a half. But that's the thing. Like, when you're first starting, it's just output. It's just output, and just trying to get as much work done as possible. And even though your parents might be like, "What are you doing? You're not seeing anybody. You're just in your room all day," and they don't know what you're doing. And really, when you start, it's kind of like depressing, because it's like, I have nothing to show for this. I'm in here working crazy hours. I have nothing to show for it, and it's just what you got to do. So that's that point there. Now the next thing is going to be like, and this is what my mentor told me when I first started. When I first started, like, there's so many different like mental things you kind of have to go through, because you've never gone through something like this, you've never made this amount of money, or you've never been in a journey like this. Because I used to think I was working hard, and I really wasn't. And I would kind of not complain, but I've been like, you know, I think I'm working too much. And I told my mentor that, and he's like, what do you mean? Like, there's people out there who are in the oil fields, there's people out there who are in the trades, who are working like 10, 15 hour days, and you get to sit here on your computer yeah, you might have to do 10 to 15 hour days, but you're not like physically hurting your body. You're just, typing on a keyboard. You're maybe managing your team, doing sales calls, doing content. Like, you're in an air conditioned place. You should never ever complain about doing that, because like anybody, even myself, like I am lucky to be living in this generation where you can make money online and it's actually possible to do. Like, that's just a privilege. It's kind of like the mindset of waking up every day. Like, I am I'm privileged. That kind of sounds like kind of bad, but I am lucky to be living in a generation where you can make money online and actually do this. And just like grateful to actually do this, because it's just like the generation that everybody lives in right now. If I was older, I wouldn't have been exposed to make money online. Like the whole Andrew Tate, Iman Gadzhi, like those are the guys that made me do all this. Like, I watched some dudes, I'm like, okay, is it actually possible? And I took the risk, and it is actually possible. But if I didn't see those dudes on Instagram flexing all the money, yeah, people hate on them, like, oh, I'm depressed, I can't get that level, whatever. Like, those are the reasons. That's the whole reason I even started in the first place, because I was like, is that even possible? So like, I don't know. It's kind of like it's a thing of, we live in a generation where you can do it. So never ever complain about it, because you're not physical. There's people out there who have it worse. Who definitely have it worse. So that's the next thing. I guess kind of the last thing here is like, just kind of like my overall kind of goals here. So this year, I definitely want to hit, I want to get more client results, improve my whole process with everything, and get that going better, just to scale. Because even with what I'm at now, I kind of realized that 10K is just not, like, it's just scratching the surface. I can do 20K, I can do 25K a month. That's really not that crazy. Like, it's really not that much money. Because if you look at it, 10K a month it's a lot of money from a 9 to 5 standpoint, but it's not much money from a business standpoint. It's like, okay, you're not making much from a business standpoint. It's really not. But, I run the business kind of lean. I don't have crazy expenses or anything like that right now. So to me, making this kind of money is like, okay, that's kind of a lot. I've never made this kind of money before. So yeah, kind of my goals are, hitting that 25K a month this year, which is definitely doable. At 21, as the years progress, as I get older, it gets less impressive. So I kind of have to keep up with that. But yeah, this is really just like a video for people. Just, this video isn't trying to get leads or anything like that, because my other content is, it's kind of set up in that way. I'm funneling all my viewers to like some type of lead magnet or doing something like that. But this is really just for like people just getting started. Maybe you watch this, maybe you're a prospect interested in my service and you want to watch this video to see if I'm a credible person. Yeah, I am. I'm a real person. I'm driving right now in a real place. This isn't some robot. But yeah, it's just a raw video just to help you if you're watching this. So yeah, just let me know if you have any questions down below. We'd love to help you out. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Peace out.